Hi there, this is Guy and welcome to the Coin Bureau. Today I'm going to be taking an in-depth look at the ARC ecosystem. However, before I jump right in, I need to make one or two things clear. The Coin Bureau is not paid or mandated to do these videos. We simply do our research and present our views for your educational purposes. I'm nobody's financial advisor and I encourage you to speak to yours before making investment decisions. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's dive right into ARC. Central to the ARC blockchain is their goal of increasing blockchain adoption by simplifying the development of it. They're developing a platform that will allow any individual or business to create their own standalone blockchain in a matter of minutes. Moreover, they've tried to incorporate as many coding languages and blockchains as possible. This means a practical blockchain solution that can be developed in a language the developer knows. This is no doubt music to most of our ears, but how are they doing this? Well, in order to understand it better, let's take a look at their technology. There are three key components of the ARC ecosystem. These are smart bridges, multiple language SDKs, and push-button deployable blockchains. The smart bridges will create bridges between different incompatible blockchains. In essence, ARC will become an intermediary between the blockchains, allowing for communication between disparate chains. The SDKs are helpful to the external developers to build applications in a language they are familiar with. There are SDKs for all of the popular languages, over 14 in total. The push deployable blockchains will allow anyone to easily use the ARC blockchain to create their own blockchain project. These newly deployed blockchains will come with smart bridges already deployed. Now, if you're slightly lost, not to worry, we have our complete review that you can check out below. Now, moving on to the main chain, the ARC blockchain uses a delegated proof of stake consensus mechanism, that's DPoS. This is currently limited to 51 delegate nodes. Each delegate receives 2 ARC for each block they forge, and since blocks are forged every 8 seconds, these delegates can make upwards of 200 ARC per day. Now, as with other DPoS blockchains, these delegates are chosen by those who are staking ARC on the blockchain. Oh yeah, ARC is the utility token in the ARC ecosystem. So let's take a bit of a closer look into that, shall we? ARC provides the fuel to the ARC ecosystem. It acts as an economic incentive for the delegate nodes to remain honest. The project issued 100 million of these tokens in their crowd sale ICO that took place in late 2016, so just before the hysteria of the 2017 ICO boom. Now, something that's pretty interesting about the ARC token is the rate of coin inflation when compared to the likes of Lisk and Ethereum. You have a far less precipitous drop in the ARC inflation rate. You also have faster block times on ARC at only seconds. This is compared to Ethereum, which has a 14-second block time, for example, so the end result is faster transactions. In terms of price, ARC has been on a pretty wild ride. They were swept up by the bull market of late 2017 and reached dizzying heights of over $8. Of course, they also came crashing down in the preceding bear market. Prices are still above the ICO level though, not something that can be said for many other projects in the space. Moving on though, let's take a look at the broader project. The ARC team is a pretty experienced bunch and they've worked on numerous projects in the blockchain field. For example, the president, Francois Thorens, was a core developer at Lisk prior to founding ARC. Lisk is another well-known development blockchain that we've covered in a previous video, should you be interested. In terms of the other team members, there are a further 11 developers who are working on the project. It truly is global, with members located all around the world. Head on over to the team page if you want more information. Now, no one can say that these developers have not been hard at work. I dived into the ARC ecosystem's GitHub and there has been extensive activity. In fact, if we were to compare them to some other projects in the space, they come in at number 24 as measured by the total number of commits. Pretty damn impressive. When it comes to trading of ARC, it's listed on a number of exchanges, although most of the volume is taking place on the likes of Binance, Bittrex and Upbit. In terms of turnover on these exchanges, Binance has the most. This turnover is quite well sized here, which implies decent levels of liquidity. Once you have your ARC token, you're going to want to take them off the exchange and store them in an offline wallet. Which wallet you choose will depend on what you intend to do with your ARK. If you would like to stake on the network and vote for delegates, then you'll probably want to install their core wallet. If, on the other hand, you're simply looking to hodl your ARK, then there are a range of third-party wallets that support it. Perhaps your best bet to store it securely is by using a hardware wallet. The Ledger device supports ARK, for example. So then, what do I really think of ARK? I think that it's a great project that has a strong use case. Interoperability is no doubt a pressing concern given the list of incompatible blockchains, a list that keeps on growing. Moreover, the ability for a developer to work with a language that they know intimately is also a strong benefit of the ARK platform. The team is experienced and they've been developing at a feverish pace. There are also some really exciting updates that could be on the way, including version 3 of their core as well as the ARK marketplace. Now, having said all of this, ARK is not alone in their quest to build a developer's blockchain. Larger projects such as Ethereum, Lisk, and EOS are developing their own solutions. More developer adoption is required if ARK wants to remain ahead of the curve. So, what do you think of ARK? Are you a fan of the project? Any questions in general? We'd love to know in the comments section below. And of course, please do hit up that like and subscribe button if you found my overview helpful. Would be very much appreciated.